This video is brought to you by John Robson Guitar Tuition. If you enjoy the content, please consider supporting the channel by enrolling on a course, purchasing some guitar lessons or a t-shirt, or you can join my Patreon. Now, on with the show. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. What you just heard there was my rendition of, in my opinion, a fantastic guitar solo played by John Perry on the song Another Girl, Another Planet by The Only Ones. Comes all the way from 1978, and surprisingly, it wasn't a big hit back then. In fact, I may be wrong, but I think it even failed to chart on initial release. But it's been re-released many times and has since done the business for them. So I'll tell you what, let's have a quick look at what's going on in the solo.
Solo explanation.
Okay, as always, let's begin with the chord sequence. Here it is right here. This is a well-tried and tested chord sequence, the 1-5-6-4 chord sequence, and we're in the key of E major. As I say, we're going from the 1 chord, the E, to the 5 chord, the B, the 6 chord, the C sharp minor, to the 4 chord, the A major. You know, you could, you're not a million miles away from Don't Stop Believing by Journey with that chord sequence. The thing which makes the solo and the track underneath the solo kind of drive along with such force, I think, and momentum is the fact that every other chord change is pushed. What I mean by that is that the chords arrive half a beat early. So the B chord arrives on the and of beat 4 in the previous bar. So does the A chord. It arrives on the and of beat 4 in the C sharp minor bar. This is what it would sound like if I didn't do that. But then if I put those pushes in, it sounds just a little bit more driven, like this. So that is, you know, a big part of what makes the overall sound of the solo, including the backing that it's played over, have such a great kind of driving momentum behind it. So let's, as I say, have a look at the scale we're playing. It's we're in the key of E major, so we're using a little bit of E major pentatonic towards the end of the solo, but it's mainly the E major scale, the notes of E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D sharp, and E. And another sort of slightly unconventional thing is how the solo starts. Usually a guitar solo will start ahead of the track. You know, it will start usually on the last beat or so of the bar before the actual solo proper. This one starts halfway through the first bar. If we just bring the chord sequence back again, there it is there. That first bar of E, the first half of that bar, there's nothing going on in the solo. We actually start on beat 3 of that first bar. And we start with this lick. Like that. So as you can see, I'm just using some notes from that E major scale. And then we go into now that big fat open A string there is there because it's a note from the A major chord which has arrived. Yes, it's a note in the in the overall scale, the E major scale, but one thing which makes this solo sound so melodic is the way that every time there's a nice big prominent note, it's always a note from the underlying chord. So then then we have this ascending run, which goes like this. Like that, almost forgot it then. And that's just kind of walking up that E major scale. So you can see what's happening is we're going, like if we go from this note here, we're going 3 notes up the scale from the B, then 3 notes up the scale from the C sharp, then 3 notes up the scale from the D sharp, like that. So just kind of 3 steps forward, 1 step back each time. It's a great way of creating, a scale exercise or even a melody. So after that, we then basically go to a higher version of the same thing. Let me play that again. Again, just kind of doing that overlapping 3 notes up, 1 note back kind of thing, but this time starting from the F sharp, G sharp. We don't actually go to the A there, we go to straight to the B, then the C sharp, then the D sharp, then the E. A little bit of bendy stuff on the E note. Like that. And then we go into, towards the end of the solo, which is what we're approaching now, a little bit of the E major pentatonic. Basically coming out of this pattern here. And we have... And then... So just fairly standard position 1 pentatonic licks, really. And then the final thing in the solo is this trill between the E note here and the F sharp note here. Like that. And that's the solo pretty much done. So, things you can learn from this. First of all, if you want to give any piece of music, including a guitar solo, some kind of drive and momentum, push the chord changes. So you're going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Okay, getting to the next chord half a beat early on the and of the beat before it. That gives anything a nice sort of driving kind of momentum kind of feel. Then, if you want the solo to sound melodic, then any big, long-lasting or prominent notes, make sure that you are landing on notes from whatever the underlying chord is at the time. So you can see how kind of figuring this sort of stuff out is going to improve your knowledge of what notes are in chords, where those notes are on the fretboard. It's basically how I learned the fretboard, by finding reasons to know what notes I was playing, rather than just memorizing them in some sort of abstract way. And then finally there's that ascending 3s kind of thing. So basically take your scale, go 3 notes up the scale from a fixed point, and then go 3 notes up the scale from the next note up the scale. So starting there 3 notes, starting there 3 notes, and starting there 3 notes, like that. And it gives a beautiful sort of upwards or ascending cascade of notes, which is very pleasing to the ear. So, lots of great stuff to get your teeth into in this solo, so go away and have some fun with it. And there is, of course, a full tab in both Guitar Pro and PDF formats, along with a clip of me playing the solo, that explanation that you've just seen there, and the jam track to play along with as well. All of that is up on my Patreon page. There's the address, and the link is, of course, in the description. It's only $3 or £2.50 a month, and you get access to all of these other goodies that come along with these YouTube lessons that I do. Thank you so much to everybody who supports me in that way or any of the other ways, all of which are linked in the description. And that's pretty much it for today, folks. Hope you've enjoyed the video, found it useful, informative, and perhaps a little bit inspiring. And if that's the case, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so. And why not give me a like while you're at it? But for now, I'll bid you all a good day and say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.